part of my holiday program. When I told my administrator that I'm going to be away from Kampala for 2 weeks, and my PA was telling them I need facilitation from the minister. They said, but she's going to be at home. She's not going to do anything. So, first of all, let me begin by saying this is very heartwarming. It's very heartwarming for me because the day I discovered that the plane I was flying in came out of a thought by a human being. If there is any gadget which makes you think it's those big planes when you are up there, you know that you're up there at the mercy of that plane. And you imagine all the sophisticated things. It just takes off from Entebbe and boom, you're in London. But it is so sobering to realize that it came out of a person's thought. And as one person started thinking, others came on board, they added on, they expanded, and they came up with this magical, gigantic bird which lands. And to think that this actually is a result of a human brain, a human being, and out of a vision of a human being. And from my understanding of genetics, there's really not much difference in brain capacity, intellectual capacity. And so to think that I can come up with some idea and now it's totally out of my hands. Because other people are now inspired, they are riding on these thoughts. And what I see here is that it is really clear we are moving forward. We are moving far beyond. And it's amazing for me to see the science coming. And amazing, for him, he sees technology. He sees the radar system, he sees for me, I'm like, how do they tell where we are going? For him, he knows exactly. It is not a mystery. It has been worked through clinically by individuals who have committed themselves and dedicated themselves to that work. So I want to really thank you for this work. And much as we started, my philosophy was the day, I think that's for me, that was one of my greatest days. When the president called me, it was after he had done his second presidential address during COVID. I left and then he called me back and called back the State House Controller. Musenero, go and find scientists and start working on vaccines, diagnostics, and therapeutics. And my heart was like, I hope you know what you're getting yourself into. I hope you can imagine what you're getting into. And I think for the whole of that week, I couldn't sleep. Just imagining the potential that we have. Now we have a presidential support. And but that is just that. You can waste it. You can squander it. Okay? It took us, I think, a number of weeks to come up with a good concept of precise and to find scientists. And finding scientists. There are very many scientists, but which scientists are willing to throw themselves into this and to take and those people who started those projects. Actually, I'm coming back because this whole thing of being minister kind of lifted me too high away from the passion of science. But now I've set the system up and I'm coming back to the science. And they know the demands that the science must be science. Let politics be politics, let media be media, but let science be science. It must be science. We want to stand shoulder to shoulder with those people. So I'm really excited, and I see I see that sense. I don't know how to call it because I spent a lot of time in the US, 6 years, in scientific communities. Scientific communities are so drunk with their science that they don't even know what's going on elsewhere in the world, except in their science. They are they're in seminar rooms, they are discussing this, they are discussing this, that. And I see a passion around this table towards that end. You are not political scientists. You are scientists.
Yes.
Looking into, I was really waiting to see when our therapeutics will start to go into those areas, into the analysis, into the chemistry, into the detailed molecular things. And I think we are beginning to get there. For me, once this is established and it can run without me, I will now have made my contribution to it. Once we can set these communities now going, because now you see that these days when a scientist makes a mistake, it is Musenero. Musenero, one of my scientists needed mice, but Musenero who buys the mice, I wasn't even anywhere close to procurement. I don't even know, but the scientists have to. But now I have to stand here and cover you, and I want to assure you that as long as it takes shielding you, I am strong enough to take the hits. I am assured. I'm strong enough to take the hits. I'm resilient enough, and I'm authentic enough. Because I'm authentic, it is very difficult to destroy something authentic. Yeah, I'm authentic enough to take the hits, don't get into the politics, don't get into the media battles to steal your science. I'll be up here to defend you. If they accuse me of procurement buying for this building, I would accept that I've taken it, even if I don't know. Because I want to see the science going, because once we can get science going, we are going to get our nation moving. We are going to create all the opportunities for, we shall even become short of human resource. Now, I want